They say we live in the information age. Information at our fingertips, in our pockets, on our wrists, it buzzes, it dings, it lights up our screens like a digital lighthouse. But what if I told you we're drowning in it? What if I told you that the very thing designed to keep us informed is now the thing clouding our judgment? What if I told you you shouldn't believe everything the media tells you? Now wait, I'm not here to sell you on some wild conspiracy theory. I'm not here to say every headline is a lie or that the truth is buried beneath coded messages and secret meetings. This isn't about paranoia, it's about perspective. Let's start with a basic truth: media is powerful. It shapes what we think about, how we feel about it, and even how we talk about it. It sets the agenda. Think about it. When something big happens, an election, a crisis, a celebrity scandal, what's the first thing we do? We check the news, scroll Twitter, watch a clip, share a headline. But here's the thing: who decides what becomes news? Who chooses which stories get airtime and which ones do? Who selects the words in that headline, knowing some of us won't read past it? Here's a hint: it's not always about truth, it's about attention. Media outlets are businesses. They rely on clicks, ratings, views. They're competing not just with each other but with every video, meme, TikTok, and notification fighting for your time. So how do they win? By triggering emotion. Fear, outrage, shock, sometimes even hope. These are the drivers, not truth, not nuance, not complexity. Just engagement. Let's look at an example. Imagine two headlines. Study reveals complex factors behind economic inequality. Billionaires are rigging the system and getting away with it. Which one gets more clicks? Exactly. The second one is emotionally loaded. It stokes anger, it creates a villain, and it feels urgent. But is it the full story? Maybe not. Now don't get me wrong, some media sources are credible, fact-checked, and strive for balance. But even then, biases creep in. Not just political biases, though those are real, but confirmation bias, selection bias, narrative bias. We're drawn to stories that confirm what we already believe, and the media, knowingly or not, feeds that. Ever notice how two people can watch the same event and walk away with totally different opinions? That's not an accident, that's the result of different media filters shaping how we interpret reality. Fox News, CNN, BBC, TikTok, Reddit, Instagram, even YouTube commentators with millions of followers, they're all media now. And they all have an angle. Some call it spin. Others call it storytelling. But it's still framing the truth, not just reporting it. I remember the first time I really noticed it. A protest had taken place downtown. Peaceful mostly, people holding signs, chanting, marching for something they believed in. But that night on the news, the footage zoomed in on the one trash can that was on fire, the one person shouting into a cop's face. No context, no explanation. Just chaos. And that's what people saw, that's what they remembered. Not the thousands who marched peacefully, not the speeches or the silence or the hope. Just the fire. Because fire sells. That's the danger when we trust the surface. When we let headlines replace thought. When we outsource our opinions to a 30-second clip or a viral post. So what can we do? It starts with asking questions. Who is telling me this? Why are they telling me this? What's missing from this story? Who benefits from this narrative? Is there another side I haven't considered? Truth isn't always loud, it's often quiet, complicated, inconvenient. And sometimes it's buried beneath layers of noise, repetition, and distraction. Don't settle for sound bites, dig deeper, read past the headline, cross-check your sources, challenge your own beliefs. And most of all, stay curious. Because curiosity is the antidote to manipulation. It's what separates critical thinking from passive consumption. It's what turns an audience into a community and a society into something stronger. I'm not asking you to distrust everything. I'm asking you to think. To pause before you share. To wonder before you believe. To remember that just because something is popular doesn't make it true. And just because something is uncomfortable doesn't make it false. The media is a tool. It can build. Or it can break. It can inform. Or it can inflame. The difference is you. You choose what to believe. You choose what to question. You choose what kind of world we build when we decide to look beyond the noise. So the next time the headlines scream, "What's the whole story?"